When people tell you
who they are, believe them.
Believe them.
When
So,
people show you who they are, believe them.
yeah.
Yes.
So that echoes the point that you're saying with character.
Yes.
It's very difficult for you to change someone.
Yeah.
So you can't make somebody to become a better person. They will only do that if they have decided, now this is the direction that I want to take.
And it's a personal decision.
Yeah,
it's a personal decision. Yeah. I knew we were friends when we went to a party together back in my campus days, and I happened to. Should I say?
Just say it. Spell it.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Belinda's gonna be judging me like I don't know you like that.
No. So you have said we are listening, but you're not judged.
Yeah. So.
Belinda Melvin, she on a roll. From Nairobi streets, making hearts whole. Motivation flow.
What's up, good people? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're tuned in from, and a very warm welcome to my channel. My name is Belinda Melvin, and today on Keep It Real, I'm not going to keep it real alone. I'm coming back to you with another topic. But before that, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce my guest. I know we did a conversation with her and you guys are so excited. You are like, we need another conversation. Especially Juliet was telling me we need Maggie again on the panel. So Maggie is here due to public demand. So allow me to introduce my guest before we dive into the topic.
Thank you. Thank you for having me again. Yeah, it's such an honor. Thank you. Yes, my name is Margaret Kimani. I am a journalist by profession. I am a media trainer. I am a voiceover artist. I am a PR consultant. You know, you say whatever you feel like you want to become.
She's jack of all trades.
I am the jack of all trades. I'm a video editor. I'm a photographer. So thank you so much, Besh, for having me.
It's such an honor.
Yes, and now a content creator too.
Yeah, now a content creator.
Yeah.
I really loved the conversation that we had last week. I knew the friendship was over when.
Yeah.
So today we decided now we are going to do the opposite. I knew we were friends when. Yeah. But before now we dive now into the questions. We had like asked you guys questions to get to see when was that particular point when you realized that you know what, I think we are friends with this person.
True.
Yeah, so we are going to go through the responses before we dive into the topic.
Okay.
So will you start?
Okay, let me get it. So there's one who said, I knew we were friends when I wasn't struggling to keep up with your standards.
Wow, that's awesome.
I know. I was
That's
like, wow.
awesome.
Wow.
You know, with friendship, if I'm friends with you, we are good. I don't have to fake.
Yes.
I just have to be me with you. Yeah, because I know we have friends whom we are with them, but we don't feel sometimes even okay like having them to our places. Because one will be like, when this person will come, they're going to judge.
They're gonna judge.
Yeah.
Wow. The fact kwanza hapo hiyo ya kujudge. Yeah, those friends who you feel like, you know what, this person I can be real with them. So I think this one was trying to say, and it's actually a male friend, they were like, I knew we were friends when I wasn't, you know, I could be able to keep up with your standards. And that doesn't mean that they are low. They're actually very high. They're actually very high. So for someone to tell you that I knew we were good friends when I wasn't struggling to, you know, get to levels in any reason with you, that's such a beautiful thing.
And I think maybe my first person also said, I knew we were friends when I could be myself.
I think friendship is all about that.
With friendship, you know, the moment I start like feeling I'm unworthy, I start feeling like I can't associate or rather invite you to places or rather go with you to certain places with you because maybe you're going to view me like 1, 2, 3, then that's not friendship.
Yeah.
As a friend, I come to you even if you're going to sleep
on the floor.
On the floor.
Yeah.
you will sleep there without judging me.
Without
You'll sleep there
judging.
without judging me, without like saying
And that's
anything.
beautiful.
Yeah, you
That's
be real
beautiful.
with
You
them.
be real.
Yeah.
Sure.
So there was another response where somebody said,
Yeah.
I knew you were friends when I did a prank. I did a prank test on a street interview, and she was willing to offer 5K to cover up the mess I had done.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So for this one, they even like took that she took has somebody like ever like by the way, somebody actually pranked me one to some point. They just called. She's called Lilian, and I saw the next minute I'm seeing myself on YouTube. They actually caught me. So and she was like, you see now my hubby wants me to choose between YouTube and him.
Wow.
So what am I going to do? And she was even crying. To make matters worse, she was crying and she crowed. She was like, hey, ati sasa kiota mimi sijui nifanye aje, sijui, I don't know what. And you see now this YouTube, it's paying me, how am I supposed to? And I'm like, no, you sit down, have a conversation with him, tell him it's okay, there's a way that I'm going to manage my time. I won't focus much on YouTube. I'll try and balance between the two so that, so others you'll find them like trying to. Have you ever been pranked?
Yeah, I have. But I'm the one actually who does the prank.
Who does the prank?
I think it gets to a point. You look vulnerable.
I was pranked several times. There was a time actually also a friend of mine, we schooled with her back in uni. He texted and said, hi dear, I need 5K urgently, blah 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 blah. So the response that I gave, she actually now sent the video to me. She was pranking her friends to just see
whether they would come through.
Yeah.
She was testing you.
Yeah,
guys.
she was testing me if I'm willing to have
her. Please don't test me like that. I am a Murima babe. Please don't test me with the money. Okay, but anyway, I also knew now. I don't think I have a lot of responses from people now. Even mine personal. I knew we were friends when one time we went to a restaurant, and then we didn't have money. We didn't have money. All we wanted to do was take nice pictures. Okay. And please, I know you're gonna judge me. Please don't judge me. Listen. We listen, but we don't judge.
Yeah.
Now we went to a restaurant. It was newly opened. They weren't even done with the furnishing. So it had a very beautiful scenic garden. So we went there and we wanted to take nice pictures, like 2 pictures, and we just walk away. So we went. We sat down there, we were taking pictures, then the manager comes. So it was the waiters first. The waiter comes first and she asked, so do you guys need something? Can we offer something? I thought, okay, at first we thought the grounds were free. You see the way, like you'd see a place with a nice garden and you think, let me go take a nice picture. So we thought it was actually free. So it turns out it was actually part of the restaurant. So, and we are there, we don't have money. Guys, we don't have money. The only money we have, it's only fair to take us home. So we were there. So the manager comes. The manager himself now comes. Hey, I will tell you, Maina. And he's asking, so what can we offer? So we have, we have platter. He starts mentioning things, and we're just looking at each other. Telling each other, what?
Are you serious?
Are you serious?
Do you mean it?
What do you mean? And so she started now. At first she didn't know that I could, play along. So she started saying, actually, we are waiting for someone. We are waiting for a group of people to come. So, and then now I am very quick to kusoma rada. Soma rada is like catching things. Catching up with things. So I read the room and realized she was actually signaling me. So no, she wasn't actually even signaling me. I just decided to actually play along. So I played along and was like, so when she told the manager that we are waiting for people, now I pretended to be on a call. Hey guys, mmefika wapi? Mko chukweni nduthi. So that when we knew we were made for each other.
Yeah.
We were made for each other. We could die together because we were like, oh my god. And then we left the place, we were laughing.
Yeah.
And now the manager we actually now had to make up a story, another story, and say, tunaenda, there's another hotel nearby. Turns out they are actually there.
Yeah.
So we wanted to find a way, an exit.
Yeah.
Now, tell me why the manager said, actually, my Luthi guy can take you. My bike guy can take you to that hotel. Let me tell you, we were like, no, don't bother. We've got this. We've got this. And then now we left. Later on, we laughed about it. We are no longer friends with the person, apparently. Because it turns out the other episode we were doing, I knew I knew the friendship was over when now it caught up with this friendship.
Yeah.
But at first, now I knew we were friends then. Yeah.
Actually, I can relate with you.
Yeah.
So, the year is 2016. My sister and I were gone for a job interview. So I also knew like we were friends with her that particular time. Actually, we actually played along.
Yeah.
So we have done this interview. The guys there, they were interested in us. They're like, yo, you guys are siblings, and you look like twins. We actually have 2 other twins here. I think we are blessed. You guys can do this job pretty well.
Yeah.
So with us, we were just listening. We are like, hey, you don't know what you're talking about. So we just like walked out of that interview once everything was done. They were interested. They even like told us, you'll start your work on Monday. So we agreed. So for us, we just walked, and then laughter was killing us. So we had to go to Akakoma. Akakona was there, and then we started laughing. So we just laughed out loud, and then we high-fived, and then we told ourselves, Tujikute. We walked out. So we were like, yo, so I was thinking like, I can't do this. She was also thinking she can't do that. But during the interview, we actually played along. We were like, yo, okay, then we'll make good friends.
Yeah, I know.
So there was this response also saying, I knew we were friends when I found comfort in sharing my joy and sorrows with you. And now you are the one I run to every time I'm overwhelmed with something. Yeah, so I think now this one decided to like
Open
direct
up
it to
Wow.
to whatever that. You know, by then nowadays in a world that we are living, it's not like that easy even sharing.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sharing nowadays, it's not like, I don't know how to put it, but it's not easy. So for you to find like somebody opening up to you, then it means they trust you with their information. And for you to be friends with them also, you know, sometimes we find it difficult even to keep secrets. But again, I really love the way you say it. There was a time you mentioned, you have friends, yes, but you are very specific with things. These ones are for this, these ones are for this, these ones are
don't
for this.
mix up
Don't
your,
mix, and I really like
group
love
friends.
that one.
Don't.
That one now it's something that I took now from you. Because you know, to some point for us we do mix.
You expect, you know, every what we expect from friends is that because you're my friend, we can do absolutely everything together. But it's not like that.
So now
It's not
that
like
one,
that.
you made me realize also that one, because now from that conversation, that was one thing that I was taking home from you. Because you find that maybe you have mixed them and you don't know who is for who is for who is for who. Yeah.
Sure. Okay, another one for me, I think I knew we were friends with this particular person when they could actually how will I phrase it? So we all have difficult sides. There are some times when we act not so right, and this particular friend is willing to journey with you. They are willing to not even bash you or lash out at you. They are willing to understand and accommodate, and the next time you even go talk to them, so it's like you're rude to your sister or you fight with your sister, and then later on she now comes and talks to you and still mentions your name in a room full of opportunities. And when I remember what I had, said to this particular person, or I wasn't even as fully committed to the friendship, and they still have the grace, they still extend the grace to me to even mention my name in rooms full of opportunities.
Wow.
That is when you realize, oh my God, this
Yeah.
actually this is actually a good friend. It's actually a good friend, a good friend. So yeah, I think that's when I knew. And I think that has taught me a lot about life, that you cannot operate your life from an emotional point of view. You can't. Because I am very emotional, very, very emotional, and it's something I'm healing from, or I'm learning, I'm dealing with. I'm dealing to handle, I'm learning on how to handle my emotions and not make them control me, because I realize sometimes I would make decisions based on my emotions, and that would, that has costed me in the past.
And
It has really, really costed me in the past. So worry not that nowadays I have people in my life who are willing to sit through my craziness, through my emotions, and still want to talk to me. Wow. Wow. I would have been a mess.
Yeah. So that one it's nice, because with friendship it doesn't mean that you have to be there for one another when things they're just good and stuff. And when you talk about making decisions from emotions, sometimes you make decisions from emotions and you realize that that was a terrible
fumbled. Yeah.
We have messed up ourselves. So the last one that I had from the questions that from my friends, so I knew we were friends when the vibes clicked. You just meet this person.
Yes.
I know, by the way, I'll ask this later. Sometimes you just meet with a person and then you see like the vibes are vibing.
Yeah.
We are friends.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. I've known you like today, like right now.
Yeah, but the vibes.
Yeah.
It's
It's like when you say, do you believe in love at first sight, or you have
it is
to
actually
know,
the same.
You have to know,
It's
so with
actually
also with friendship, the
you
vibes,
can be
the
friends.
Vibes.
At first interaction, you can actually tell. By the way, we are gonna be very good friends. Yes.
Yeah. So I was about to ask now. Do you think that friends they are built over time? When you have like friendships, you build them in a moment or over time? Because when you talk about the vibes, someone will tell you that even if they feel the vibes, they will also fail to acknowledge that we are friends. Like for me, there was a time in the previous conversation. I said there was a time I think I was clogged in a way. I had clogged my heart because I had because the things that you've gone through, you're like you don't feel like you want to allow people to come in your life. Yeah. So that's why I was asking with friendship. Is it built over time or a moment?
Well, I think there are those, when we're talking about friendships, first of all, we have to understand that there are levels. There are levels of friendships. And the kind of friendships that now we are talking about is the deeper level kind of a friendship. Because when I talk of friends, I have so many friends. But now we are talking of levels. There are friends who are ride or die. They are ride or die. We don't talk, but then again they will do stuff for you. They would stop the world for you. They would scavenge the whole world for you. So when we're talking about such levels of friendships, I think they are built over time. You have to put in the work. You have to be there for each other. I mean, we are not measuring according to what you've done for me, but at least you have to be there for me in times of good times, happy times, bad times. So there are those friends who have seen you in all those seasons. And I think that is where now, when we are talking about now building, that is what we are talking about. Because I have friends who have seen me at my lowest. There are friends who have seen me, we go now hang out and have a lot of fun together. The same friends. There are people who have, they celebrate my milestones. all those things. Yeah, they ask me, does this? I want to furnish my house. Which one should I pick? So they are there throughout all seasons, right? And then there are others. They are only there for the bad time. They stand with you at your worst, and they haven't seen you in all your dynamics. Maybe they haven't seen you when you're happy, when you're angry. They haven't seen you. They haven't seen you when you're frustrated. When when you're happy, extremely happy. They don't know the things that make you happy. So I think when we are talking about friendships, really, it's a whole dynamic, and you have to be intentional about building it.
Intentionality.
Yes, you have to be intentional about building it. Otherwise, you will go on making friendships short-term friendships, because they are there. They are there. When I mean they are there, I mean they are friends I had, and we actually had so much fun together. We cried together. I would listen to her. She would listen to me. But then, after a season passed, then we were no longer friends.
It does happen.
Even we were no longer friends.
Yeah.
So they were like for that particular season. They were for like that particular season.
When you talk about seasons keep changing. In Ecclesiastes, we're normally told there is a time for everything.
Ecclesiastes 3:1
to 6. So there is a time for everything.
Yeah.
There's a time to cry. There's a time to laugh. There's a time to how do you call it?
To sow.
To plant. So with what I've learned, like my life lesson right now is sometimes other friendships, when maybe they come to us, they're not meant to stay there for long.
True.
Other people will come to either teach you, because to some point, some of our friends do break us, but when they break us, maybe they were meant to be there to break
for that
us
particular,
for that particular reason.
Yes.
The others, they're there to walk you through all the seasons. So we don't have to be again tough with us, because when in the previous segment when you're talking about I knew the friendship was over, I think that one, to me, I was thinking like, this person, we are headed somewhere. When in real sense, maybe they were not meant to stay in my life for that.
Yes.
So
and I think we force things. And that is where the problem now, the problems begin. Now you feel like,
and
this
that's
person
why
is
saying,
withdrawing. Heal, my sister, heal. You can go over to my channel and see the conversation that we had with this beautiful soul about healing. Yes. So again, you have to know when to let go of a friendship, like you said, because not all friendships are meant to last.
They are there for a season.
They are there for a season.
And when you understand seasons, I think
even in workplaces, they are friends to make you walk with you through that particular period that you're gonna be there. And once it's over, you'll never hear of them again.
Yeah, because you'll find maybe you were working with someone.
Yes.
You were so close at that
particular point. Yeah.
But the moment you guys just part ways, it's over.
That's it.
When you try like checking up on them, they do not want anything to do with you. And it's okay.
The dynamics have changed. Just understand.
Understand.
Yes.
Understand the season that you are in at that particular moment, because they're not meant to
learn
stay
to detach. Learn to detach.
Detachment.
Please, there are people who detach very fast. And I think sanguines are very swift. Sanguines, I'm reading this book on temperaments, and I've come to realize that we have 4 major temperaments. That is the sanguine, melancholic, choleric, and phlegmatic. So someone who is a sanguine is someone who is so outspoken. They are so, they're out there. They are just out there. So such a person with such a character will always detach very quickly. They will be there. We were having a good time last night. We were vibing. I was even sure this one was going to be my husband. And then again, the next day, they don't even remember who you are. I have hung out with such kind of people, and I didn't understand the next time we were hanging out, they were now reintroduced. It's like now we are starting over because they don't know who I am. They don't know who I am. So I mean, detachment. Jifunze could detach.
Yeah,
Teach
yeah,
yourself
yeah.
how to
To
detach. Detach. And when we talk of detaching, it means letting go of those people. Assuming that, you know what, enjoy the moment, experience the experience there, and know that it just stops there. It stops with you. The buck stops there. There's nothing more. Do not hold on to the hope that tomorrow this person now, bestie, you know. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that is one thing I learned, seasons.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we are too harsh on ourselves. And like, why? Like, now you see the way you're like, bestie. Yeah, this is it. Actually,
good friend.
that's what we thought we were. You see?
And I think what happens with that, maybe, is we do not learn how to manage our expectations. Hey, they are gonna disappoint you. Now, the disadvantage of now not letting go or detaching is that you're gonna be expecting things from these people, but they're not gonna be giving you. They're not going to be giving you. And that is now you're gonna get hurt. You're gonna end up now asking, what did I do wrong? God, why me? Yeah.
And that's why it's important. Whenever you're doing anything, be it at workplace, be it with family, be it with friends, always leave a big room for disappointment because they are there. You can't dismiss the fact that they want
disappointments are gonna be there.
They're and also, like just said, manage your expectations. Don't expect too much from other people. You know you can't give this. Why are you expecting? I know I can't give you whatever that you wanted me to give you. You see. And then I'm expecting I need Maggie to do this for me. When in real sense, me, myself, I'm not giving myself that kind of love.
Yeah,
So I think we should just learn to manage our expectations. They do help. So, so I have another question for you, Maggie. How do you know when someone is not a real friend? Because here we're talking, I knew we were friends when. So how do you know someone is not a real friend?
Now it depends. Now it's different for everyone. First of all, because what you call friendship is not what I call friendship. For me, friendship is being there for each other. Even if we are not communicating, just being there for each other. That is what friendship is all for me. When I'm in my lowest, just be there for me. When you're at your lowest, I'll be there for you. You're gonna be mentioning me in rooms full of opportunities. You're gonna be you're not going to be excluding me in the good things of life. Yeah, that is what I call friendship. So I know that you're not a good friend or a real friend of mine when you're not able when we are not able to do that for each other. So maybe some people would say that, but maybe your friend doesn't have the ability to help you. But when we are talking about being there for each other, it's not only financial. It could be emotional support. It could be words of encouragement. It could be just you creating time, giving me your time, because time is very expensive. So just you being there, that is what I call friendship. So I would know if you're not my friend, if you do not even dedicate 5 minutes, 10 minutes to be there for me. Emotional support doesn't have to be financial. So that is how I gauge friendships for me. So I think dynamics are different for different people. Like for you, what are your dynamics? What are the dynamics?
The dynamics. For me, okay, when it comes to friendship, I'm very careful. I'd say I'm very careful because nowadays I don't go on picking each and every person as a friend. So I have to be very careful and very selective with the kind of friends that I'm having. So for me to include one as a friend, then that person also needs to make me inclusive in their plans. Because, there's no bad thing, Maggie, as we are friends, and then you hear something from a third party, and yet we were with you. It will make you feel terrible.
Bad,
Yeah. So just somebody who includes me. Or whenever they want to do something, not necessarily like everything, but the things that maybe they feel like I need to be part of it.
So if you are good friends with someone, I'm getting this from that. If you're good friends with someone, it means that they have to include you in their major decision making.
Yeah. Especially if the decision that they're making, I'm part of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it's going to affect,
it's going to affect,
for example, the dynamics of the friendship. For example, moving to a new city.
Yeah, because come to think of it, there was a point. Should I share it?
Yeah, please do.
So there was a point.
It's a safe space.
There was a point I had to end this relationship because the guy didn't include me in their plans. It made me feel bad because I was like, what were we then? If you're making major decisions and you're not like including me in them. So also when we talk about the dynamics of friendship, then it means whenever, like, you see, when you are friends with someone and then you notice that you're always like competing. You remember the other time we were talking, the friendship was over because you guys kept on competing.
That was me. That was me.
And every time.
God.
So me, I just want us to be us. When you're with me, you can be safe, you can do whatever that you want to do without feeling like I'm going to judge you and stuff. So we don't have to be competing on certain things. We have to be just us. I'm comfortable around you, you're comfortable around me.
Sure.
Whenever I feel like I have something that is pressing me and we are friends, I can talk to you freely without fear of judgment. What will Maggie say? Maggie will see this as 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So I had this particular friend who was ready to take responsibility for what they did. And if I aired out something, they were ready to talk it through and ready to ask me. So I'm ready to take responsibility. I'm willing to work through this. Like I said, it's very rare to find people, especially human. We as human, we all want to blame other people. We want to blame other people. But getting someone who is ready to talk things through and who is ready to take up responsibility, hey, that's top tier. That is top tier kind of a friendship.
Somebody who makes you accountable for the things that you know what, Maggie, there you didn't do the right thing. This and this and this, So that is something. That is something. So another thing that I also wanted us to discuss is when you talk about friendship, can best friends go for a very long period of time without talking to one another? What do you think about that? Because others will tell you, for us to be friends, we have to communicate each and every day.
Okay. Like I said, dynamics are different for different people. So if you view friendship from a communication point of view, that this person is ready to talk, when I need someone to talk, that is what you call friendship. Then if that person doesn't talk to you, then you don't have a friendship. But for me, what I know is, you've talked about it, that nowadays you're selecting. What for me that is called intentionality. So if we are working towards a relationship, regardless of the dynamics, I would want to talk to this person, regardless. So we can't stay for 1 year without talking, unless you're in confinement, unless, how crazy is your schedule? I mean, you don't, for example, in 1 year, a lot could have happened. I could have had a baby. I mean, it got 9 months, and you don't know that I had a baby. You get. So you have to be very intentional. So if we are saying that we are friends, minus even all the dynamics, it doesn't have to take that long. Yes, I know we don't have to talk every day, but at least maybe once per week, once per month, just be intentional, create time. Because then again, my dynamics of friendships are create time for what's important for me. I will also create time for what's important for you. And how will you know what's important for me if I don't call you, if you don't call me? So you see,
Yeah, and I agree with you, because if there is one thing that I learned also, life lessons, you fail to create time for certain things,
Yes.
then you'll end up blaming yourself.
Yes. Sure.
Because I remember there was a time I shared with my audience, running out of time.
Yeah.
We were supposed to meet with you for a date,
Mm-hmm.
but something came up. So maybe work, and then I told you, oh, I'm held up, so we're not going to meet. I've already like cancelled that meeting. So what is expected of us is whenever you talk about intentionality, you're friends with someone. When you create time, be intentional with it. Because 2012, I was like having a chit chat with my grandpa. So my grandpa actually was my best friend. He was my best friend. May his soul continue resting in peace. So there was this time, actually he was like, you see when we were still young, you haven't like grown breast, he was like, who is going to marry you without breast?
Oh.
So he was that particular type.
He was
of
so
person.
open.
Yeah, so
Oh my
open.
God.
Yeah. So this particular moment we were on half term, July. And then we were talking, and then I told him, I have to rush home. We'll catch up after half term. Do you know if that particular time I had like spent with my grandpa, maybe we could have like catch up in a better way. But when I went back to school, coming back when schools were closed, my grandpa was no more, and I felt bad. So when it comes to friendship, like I've just said, it is important you create time.
Yes.
It doesn't matter
It's just
how
like the
busy.
way we say here, out here, we postpone enjoyment. Whenever you have an opportunity, spend.
Do it right away.
Yes.
Do it right away. Yeah, so you have to just create time. You have a busy schedule, it's okay. But can we like make time?
Yeah.
Can we make
it's
time?
It's about creating time.
Yeah,
because everyone has time. Even the president himself, he has time.
You have to create.
Who are you?
You have to create, because what will happen when, like you've just said, I'm not communicating in 1 year, even in a week. A lot can happen in a week. A lot can happen in a week. So I agree with you.
Maybe we talked like last month. This month, maybe I lost someone close to me. How will you know if we do not communicate? So that part of communication, I know it's tricky, and we say that sio lazima, it's not a must to talk daily, but at least make it as frequent. Make it as frequent, because then now you will be able to understand, because I could be fine today, tomorrow something happens, you're not okay. So I think even once per day is okay for me.
I think the reason as to I brought that up, it was in our previous conversation. I remember like telling you that we have friends whom we do not talk, but the moment you just like call one another, the communication will flow as if you guys have been talking every day, yet you're not. But it's very vital we create time. And
if you look closely at those friends you talk after 6 months, then you do not expect much from them.
True.
Look at those dynamics. If you're talking about someone you talk to maybe after 6 months, you don't expect the same as you would expect from someone you talk to every day. Yes, because the person you talk to every day, they kind of understand you.
So Maggie, I know when it comes to friendship, we'll talk and talk and talk and talk and talk.
A lot.
So a quick one.
Yes.
Have you ever tested your friendship?
Tested.
And if yes, how?
Yes, I have. Oh my God, I have. There was this particular time I had an initiative I was running, and I wanted to really find out, does this person really value what we have? And I was like, so let me ask whether she can volunteer or even come with me. And to my surprise, she actually did. She came all the way from Nairobi to where I was in Shams, and she supported the initiative. And it was beautiful. So I have been, I think that I feel like, we are no longer friends. She was doing it more out of obligation than even wanting to. Now she felt obligated to me, which was beautiful. Regardless of the intention, you came through for me where I needed. So I have tested friendships. I've tested people before, and sometimes it turns out ugly. you get exactly what you're expecting,
What
what you
you
wanted. It's like the same way when you go snooping through people's details, you get exactly what you wanted.
Information that you wanted
Yes,
from them.
yes, yeah.
So you've ever tested? Have you ever pranked them, maybe to see
Yes,
their?
I have. Oh my god, I've pranked so many people. And one time I pranked a friend of mine. I pretended to be a very high-end client. Oh my god. On there, speaking so well, is this so and so? I'm sorry if I did that to you and you watch this. Up to date, he still doesn't know. He still doesn't know it was me, because it got to a point it was so serious. He believed everything. Now telling him that it's me, it could have been detrimental to our friendship. It would have been bad. So I pretend to be a client. I'm asking, inquiring, promising, let me go to the banks. And then I was like, okay, all right. And I remember very well, I was going by the name Melissa.
That was the name that you used to
to prank people. I was good at it, but you know what? They are just things that you do. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't. I wasn't doing it from
You just wanted to see if these people would really.
Yeah. In the event that something happened, this person would come through for me. Yeah, and another one, before I forget, there's another that has just rang in my mind. I knew we were friends when we went to a party together back in my campus days, and I happened to. Should I say?
Just say it. Spell it.
Oh my god. Belinda's gonna be judging me like I don't know you like that.
No. So you have said we are listening, but you're not judged.
Yeah, so I went to sleep before everyone else. So I blacked out, whatever. So I went to bed before everyone else, and so they, it was a house party. So I was like, I'm going to bed, me and some couple of girls. So afterwards, now everyone is now looking for places to sleep. Now I had her asking around. I was super, my mind wasn't okay. So, but I could hear. She was asking, where is Maggie? Where is Maggie? Which bed is she sleeping on? Where is Maggie? And I was like, wow. This one is my G. This one is my G.
She wants to know.
Yeah.
Where is my guy? Is she okay? Is she comfortable?
Is she comfortable? Where is she? So, that's when I knew.
I also knew we were friends when I didn't have to dress up for them.
Wow. Wow. So what does that mean?
Okay, you see, there are scenarios where you are friends with someone. Maybe they invite you, and they know, they just know you. Maybe let's say you love, like, we have those who they don't love being girlish. Let me say, for instance, like my sister. She will tell me, like, she doesn't love wearing.
For example, like me.
Yeah, you just want to be you just want to be you.
Yeah.
So you're going to this place and they're like, hey, when you didn't see there, you see, even when somebody just say you didn't see the memo, actually it just stands you up.
Sure.
So for this person, you don't have to be. Do you have friends whom, when you go to their place, you don't even have to they will tell you, like, how do I put it? You are free to the extent that you just reach. They tell you, where the kitchen is. I'm not going to prepare anything for you.
Just
so you don't have to do anything. They just understand you the way you are. You are lazy. You do not love cooking. They just accommodate you the way you are. You don't have to do things to.
And actually, one of the things that freak me out whenever I am entering a new relationship, even non-platonic relationship, is that aspect that I have to impress you. Oh my!
Impressing is the word. Actually, impressing is
me.
the word. Impressing.
Oh my God! When I think that I have about dating someone, now I'm like, now I have to start over. Now you're used to this person. They have seen you. They have seen your message. Now they even they come to your blah 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 blah. Now you break up with this person. You now have to start dating again. And part of dating again is now them now seeing your mess, the same butterflies you are feeling. Oh, he's coming to my house. Oh, what will he think of my house?
They
That
don't
will
have
freak me out.
this when they come. What are they going to say?
Yes.
So in other words, what you're trying to say, they just like accommodate you the way you are.
Exactly.
You don't have to do anything.
And I think
to
as
prove
I become more self-aware, that is something I'm looking for in relationships. Someone who I can just be real with. I don't have
just
to
be yourself.
clean my roof because you're coming. I don't have someone I was talking to in the morning and they were telling me, so they were telling me, if they watch this, they were telling me that whenever they get home, they have to do the dishes. And I'm like, Kwani, how long does it take you to do the dishes? And he's like, well, for me, I have to clean. I hate cleaning sufurias. Sufurias are what are sufurias in English?
Yes, sufurias. What are sufurias?
Udhoni, what are sufurias?
Not here. Talking to a ghost, I'm not here.
Cooking pots.
Yeah, the cooking pans or something. Hey, we call them
Pans?
sufurias. Okay, we're gonna put pictures for them, for the African sufurias. For those who are, I know you have audience from other countries. So, and they were telling me they have to scrub those pans until they are like stainless. Yeah.
You can even see
You can even, when you look like this, they're shining. They're shining. Hey, I was like, where was I going with that? Now the trail of thought has gone up with sufurias. It's gone.
But what you're trying to say is you can just be yourself.
Oh yes, now I was saying with such a person, imagine now such a person telling you, this is how I clean my sufurias. So whenever they come to your house and they're
You
like,
have to.
these are your sufurias, I cannot eat from that. I am not. Already they've judged you. Already they've judged you. So you see.
And you see, with such a person, you have to be very careful and very mindful.
Yeah.
Whenever you're around them.
Hey.
So that means you can't be you.
Exactly.
You'll have to fake who you are not.
Who you are not. And I thank God another friend I had, I learned that, okay, it translated into something else, but I knew we were friends when they were ready to, okay, this one is being self-centered for me, to do everything, or they were so obsessed with impressing me, I think now I'm the problem. Okay, wow, I think now I'm the problem. Okay, no, that's actually their nature. That's actually their nature. The person's nature, trying to impress me. They can do anything. Whenever I come to your house, you want to do the cooking, you want to do the cleaning, you want to do everything. I'm just seated like the princess I am. That wasn't a good point. It paints me in bad light. Guys, stop. Don't judge me. It paints me in bad light.
But it's still okay. It's still okay because when you talk about that, but if I am to accommodate you,
Yes.
I don't think if the first day you come to my place, I'd allow you to do certain things. I just want you to be comfortable. I just want you to feel like you're most welcome. I'll give you that treatment in your tunakuwa mgeni akija siku ya kwanza mkaribisha na chai.
Yes. And then now after that. But I think this person was doing it every time.
Every time.
Yeah, they were the ones doing everything. That's not a friendship, it's a relationship thing. Okay, it's painting me in bad lights. Guys, no, I'm not all that. I swear I do cleaning. I actually cook. Yeah, I'm good.
You're good.
Yeah.
Jack of all trades.
Yes,
You wear
I can
many
do
hats.
that, yeah. Yeah, but this particular person, for some reasons, I'm not feeling compelled to do anything. So, yeah.
Kiasi.
So is there anything maybe you're leaving out in terms of friendship?
I think what I can say about friendships, whatever works for you, choose whatever works for you. Don't be imposing things on people who can't accommodate you. What do I mean by that? For example, don't when I say imposing, it means you want them to act in a certain way. You want them to give you certain type of treatment. Whereas they are not able to do that. They don't have the ability. No matter what you do, no matter how much you try to persuade them, that is their character. They cannot change. One thing I have come to know, even from what are the books I read, things I interact with, character seldom changes. You cannot change someone's character. What changes is what we call personality. So someone can actually fake it with you for a short period of time, but their character will remain. So that is why we are told, even in the Bible, be a good judge of what? Character. Judge the character. God judges the character. The heart. That is the heart. That is who you are. The character is who you are. So even when you're evaluating friendships, evaluate the character. What is this? Can I ride on this person? Can I, depend on this person? Depending on the dynamics that you call friendships. For me, I said it is being able to be there for you and you being able to be there for me. That is both financially, but if it's not financially, be there for me emotionally. Be there for me psychologically. Be there for me. Be ready to spend time with me. So that is what I can say for now. Yes, I can keep going. I realize when I start talking, I can,
It's good. And I remember, I really loved the previous conversation.
Yes.
Allow me to. There was a guy. He's called Dave Walker. Dave Walker really loved the point that you said. When
Yes.
people tell you
who they are, believe them. Believe them. When
So-
people show you who they are, believe them.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that echoes the point that you're saying with character.
Yes.
It's very difficult for you to change someone.
Yeah.
You can't make somebody to become a better person. They will only do that if they have decided, now this is the direction that I want to take.
And it's a personal decision.
Yeah,
It's a personal decision. Yeah. They cannot change for you.
They can't.
What?
They
That's-
can't change
That's
for you.
painful. Oh
They
my
can't.
God.
Actually, I'm with this person.
So,
They will change. I'll
so
let them
it's
change.
just
They
like they
can't
say.
change.
I know it's so cliche to say this. If you're working with 5 thieves, then you're the 6th. So it's so cliche, but it's actually true. It's actually true. So evaluate the character. Be the friend you want. I think that is in line with be the change you want. So be the friend. If you cannot demand from friends time and you don't create time for them. You cannot be expecting that every time I am the one who is calling you. Also, call me. It means if it's that way, then it's one-sided. It's one-sided. So be the friend that you want, maybe. Again, it doesn't hurt. You can actually even teach people how to treat you by, how you also treat yourself. Yeah.
True. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
a quick one before we wind up.
Yes.
So, Maggie, when did you know we were friends?
Us. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, okay. You've put me on the spot, guys. Oh my God.
I'll tell you mine,
Okay.
but I want to hear from you first.
I knew we were friends when you mentioned that I said something that hurt you. Because you can only get hurt if you are attached to someone. Otherwise, if you're not, then it means you don't care. It means you don't care. And I also knew at that particular moment, I knew also that this is the type of a person I can even ride on, because if they are taking responsibility and coming to me and telling me, oh, you actually made me feel like this, like this, like this, I was like, wow. They did not even try to go, tell on me to other people. They did not, they were not angry at me. They did not lash out back at me. I knew then and there. And many other instances that I cannot exhaust here. If I say those ones, but there are so many. One of the highlights of this friendship has been that you're one person who takes responsibility and who is ready to have a conversation. And that is so beautiful. Not many are willing to do that. Not many are willing to do that. Another instance, when I first joined, imagine, she didn't know me. And I joined, we work in the same institution. So I joined the institution and she was ready to walk with me under the hot sun. My guys, her feet up to date have been discolored. Up to date because of sunburns. It's been 3 months, guys. 3 months.
I forgot.
You forgot that your feet are discolored, my friend. We have lines because the shoes she was wearing, the part where it's covered, it was okay. But the other parts, now you can see it's like the Red Sea, the parted Red Sea. So, and she walked with me, and I was like, she didn't complain. And then she took me to her house, and later on, saw me off, akanizindikisha, and I was asking, would I do the same? Would I do the same? Given now, if the roles were to be reversed, would I walk under that hot sun and not complain at all? She was tired. We were actually so tired that day. And we went again after, you know.
Oh, we went round 2.
Round 2 we went.
Yeah, we went round 2.
Yes, and I was like, wow, such a beautiful soul. Such a beautiful, beautiful soul. So, yeah. Yes.
So, my turn. I knew you were friends when...
Maybe hold on to my heart.
I knew you were friends when you decided, you know, sometimes you are so lazy, you decided to awaken that lazy...
Yeah.
the lazy me, because the first time we are meeting, you're so bubbly. There are things that you're telling me, no, you're supposed to do these things this way. You don't need to be like just like that. So there was a time you told me, I think there was a project we were working on.
Yeah.
So we just went, we shot together.
Yes.
And then this lady is telling me, I'm not going to voice that work today. So you're going to do it. And then there was another one. We are put together to work together on that same project. You know, when you are working, this is what will happen. Sometimes it seems like a competition.
Yeah.
So somebody may, like, how do I put it? You want to do something, but you always want to like take the credit all the time.
Oh,
But now you see that particular time, you knew you were good at your work, and I know you are good at your work. Of course, that is something that I cannot dismiss. So I once shared with you, I think it was on day one when we were talking, I told you, I love voice overs, but it's been a while, I can't remember. So, and you are like, no, we are going to work things out, don't worry, we're going to work together and ensure that everything is okay. So I thought it was just at that, because I never even saw that coming. So this particular time you're giving me a script, you're telling me she didn't even like fear her boss. So you were like, you're going to voice this particular script.
Yeah.
The other time we were working on a project, we were like, I'm not going to edit. Okay, it's not like I do not know how to edit, yes, but now this person is telling me, you know, when we sit down and sometimes we do not like delegate duties, it's not good. Because what will happen, to some point you will feel overwhelmed. So it is vital as a leader sometimes, do not like do everything by yourself. Sometimes just delegate, give out and see what people can do. And that meant something. Yeah, I remember even like journaling, I was like, today I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for this. One, like, I'm in a position to voice this, though it's something that I can't remember the last time, but I did a voice.
But you did so
yeah,
well.
so I did. So that particular time, I knew. Yeah. And then another one, now the last one, I knew you were friends when...
My God.
You see, the things that we were discussing, and then we were like, content. Anything that has to deal with content. And then she was like, we can do this, and that. And I was like, hey, the vibes actually clicked that particular time. And I knew that maybe in the near future we can work on certain
together.
projects.
Yeah.
So I don't want to beat around the bush. I'm done.
Oh, my.
I'm done.
Guys,
I'm
you
done.
guys.
I'm done. So, do you have anything?
No.
Let us
You've melted my heart.
So, guys, thank you so much for watching till this very end. Let us know your feedback. When did you realize that you were friends with your friends right now? Let us know in the comment section, because we're coming right now to reply to your feedback. And special shout out to our one and only camera lady, Angelina Modoni, for making us look good before you guys. You see the way we are. Yeah,
We are looking and shining.
Yeah. So
She's the one doing
the one
the work.
behind it.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Angie, for making us look good before you guys. And until the next one, adios.
Belinda Melvin, she on a roll.